All right, let's cross now to Bathurst winners Lee Holdsworth and David Reynolds from Team 18. They're joining us on the line. Hey guys, thanks for being with us on the Bathurst preview show. Davey, tell me how you're feeling heading to the mountain this year.
G'day everyone. How's it all going? Yeah, I feel really good. I love this time of the year. It's one of my favourite times of the year because, we have the endurance events and you get to share someone with a good mate of mine. You get to share your driving experience with a mate of mine, Lee Holdsworth. So, yeah, I can't wait for the event. We raced at Tail and Bend. We had a awesome time together, and it just makes it more enjoyable. And we work really hard to try and make our car the fastest, and we didn't achieve it last round, so we get another chance this round.
Hey Lee, I was just doing some numbers coming into the show today, and you've done 515 races. So this will be 515 at Bathurst, as starts, not at Bathurst. But Davey's done 482, so you've got 997 race starts together. That's got to bode well in terms of experience.
Well, if you throw Richard Holway in there,
he's done a million.
We'd have to be up to about 10,000, I reckon. But it's pretty cool. There's plenty of experience, and like Dave said, we're having a great time pairing up together. It's been good fun. Tail and Bend was awesome. It wasn't the result that we were after, but we had a lot of fun, and I think we learned some stuff with the car that we'll be able to take to Bathurst and go there with a stronger car.
We know how fast you are around Bathurst. Last year, a little shunt during the weekend probably put the race on the back burner. So motivation this year going into this year's Bathurst with a co-driver that's a former winner of the race. What's the expectation for you, mate?
Well, yeah, thanks for saying a little shunt because it wasn't that little.
I was being kind, Dave. I was being kind.
No, it was good. It was really nice worded. It was probably my biggest fear of that whole track was to crash at that one corner, and I sort of ticked the box and survived. So I don't have any fears anymore. So I'm good to go. But yeah, that sort of really ruined our race. Don't show it. Please don't show it.
Of course we're going to show it.
It's really bad.
No, close your eyes, Dave.
Not looking.
He had his eyes closed.
Yeah, Luffy had a little moment there too in your car, didn't he?
Well, yeah, just to get the speed out of the car, we just had to make it almost super taily and really hard to drive. So, Warren Luffy suffered that in the practice session and nearly did the same thing. So, obviously in qualifying, everything's happening a bit faster. You're trying to push the envelope a bit bigger, a bit harder, and I just come unstuck, which sucks. But my car was destroyed and it was really bent for the race, so I literally drove around last. It wasn't a magical time for me, but this year it's going to be different, going to be better. We're going to have a different tyre, and I've got a new teammate, and I just love this track. I don't know what it is about it, but it just gets me going. It's just the whole vibe of the place, the track to drive itself is so much fun. It's so fast, and it's just got everything you want. So I can't wait.
We've been talking about what makes Bathurst special, and you sort of encapsulated it there, Dave. You've both really understood the highs and lows of that place and what it feels like to have success. Lee, take me back to 2021, the last laps of that race, how nervous you are in the garage, but also that feeling when the checkered flag waves, when you run down to the stop area to start celebrating with your teammate. What are your favourite memories from that moment, and what does it feel like?
As much as you probably think the last 10 laps were my favourite moment of the race, they were the most daunting and stressful laps watching of my life, because it's difficult being in the garage, not having any control. You got a lot of faith in your teammate, but anything can go wrong, and we've seen it so many times before. Even on the last lap, you don't want to celebrate until you actually cross the line, and that's what I was thinking. The whole time I'm thinking, we may win this, and then the last lap comes and you go, yeah, it's looking likely, but anything can still happen. And then when he came out of the chase, you sort of think, well, even if the car fails at this point, we can probably roll to the finish line. But it was a pretty amazing feeling. But it's not too many times I've been able to sit in the garage and watch the car cross the line. So a very, very different experience to what I've had in the past. What an incredible way to cap off the career at that moment. It was a bit of a it was probably the biggest moment in my career, and one that was pretty amazing to put a full stop on the end of my career as well as a full-time driver. You know, although I got to come back the following year and do that sign-off year, but yeah, very special and something that I'd always dreamed about since I was a kid.
Hey, Davey, just on a serious note, when you and Lee are driving the car now, you're obviously, in terms of the physical stuff, that all works. But do you like the car the same? Does that bode well for Bathurst in terms of being able to set it up and both like it?
Yeah, I think we do like the car the same. Obviously, you know, I've been teammates with him before, and we shared, you know, the same team effectively. What year was that? 22, I think it was.
22, yeah.
You're telling the story.
And I am telling the story, but my memory is pretty bad. So yeah, we kind of we know each other very well, known each other for a long time, and we know how to get the most out of the car. And we sort of still come from that old school, you know, point and shoot style of driving, where you try and, you know, brake as late as you can, slow it up, and try and get the big exit. So, you know, we have a similar style in that regard. So we're just trying to make our car to suit that. So, you know, practice is super important at Bathurst to try and make your car the fastest. I remember in 17, Luke was out in the car, and I think we were like 10th, 11th or 12th at the time. And Al McVean made one change to the car that made it like 8/10 a lap faster. And we went from like 10th, 11th, 12th to pretty much the quickest car. And that's what basically almost pretty much won us the weekend. That one small change brought the car back into the window and made it, you know, one of the fastest cars. So, you know, we'll be leaning on Krusty to do the same thing for us.
Yep.
Well, if anyone's got a bag of tricks at Bathurst, it's Richard Holway, that's for sure. Can't wait for the debrief after the trip up to Bathurst and all the rubbish that you two will continue to tell each other in the car trip.
I've taught him a lot, to be honest. What have I taught you, Lee? Do you remember anything?
Not much, obviously.
Yeah, he's clocked off. There you go.
Left your Reynolds
You
already.
can do that segment again, Davey, on your way to Bathurst. Thanks for joining us here on the Bathurst Preview Show. We'll see you at the mountain.
Thanks for having us. Cheers.